Yeah, the cornering capabilities here are fantastic. Wow. Pushes you in real hard. Let's go. Let's go. Ah! Hello there. Welcome back, everyone. Today we are driving a 2024 BMW M340i Special Edition. This car comes equipped with the special rims and the M Performance exhaust. I want to say a huge thank you to Alex at BMW of Fairfax, Virginia, for providing me this car. All the information will be in the right-hand corner side of the screen. So if you're on the market for a new BMW, reach out to him. He'll get you the absolute best deal on the market right now. And let's start our test drive. Let's go look outside the car first. I gotta say, I love the way this M340i looks. Has that special, sharp, aggressive looking design, and I think it looks gorgeous black on black. The dark rims, the black exterior, and in this car it's actually a black on red combination. So this specific one is almost $77,000. Also, as you can see, BMW nailed 5 stars in every safety category. This is the Tacora red interior. This is the Sensatec, not the actual leather. Nowadays they call it the Veganza. We got soft touch materials everywhere. But let's hop in the back. I'm 6'2" tall, and there's ample space here for my legs. We got the ambient lighting, Harman Kardon audio, rear climate, fast charging USBs, and the cup holders. We also have a black headliner. And for my height, it actually feels very spacious. There's decent headroom, so I'd be absolutely comfortable taking a trip in the back in this car. Let's go check out the trunk and then the engine bay. We have a carbon spoiler. And a decently sized trunk for this class. With BMW, you just got to pull the latch 2 times and the hood is going to open. We also have a carbon kidney grille. And here we have the B58 motor. This one pumps out 382 horsepower and 369 feet-pound of torque. It's also a mild hybrid. Very sharp looking car. All right, let's hop into the cabin. So right away, we are welcomed with a very pleasant interior, comfortable front seats. These come standard across the 3 Series, the 4 Series, the X3 and X4. I think these are magnificent seats. They have great side support. And unlike per se the S4, the Audi S4, these seats, they don't drive right under your armpits. So taking a long trip is very comfortable. We have a large screen with navigation, We have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, ambient lighting for the interior. And we can choose whichever color we'd like to. We have our display settings where we can adjust the heads-up display. For example, if we want to make it go a little bit to the left, we can do that. Exterior lighting. We also have a variety of safety systems, including lane departure warning, active blind spot. And the thing that I love about BMW's blind spot is whenever there's a car in the blind zone and you put on the blinker, you get a little vibration in the wheel, which is great. Best system I've ever used. We have the heated steering wheel. We also have our heated seats for the front, blind spots, lane departure, collision mitigation, speed limit assistance, and iconic sound. So I will demonstrate what that is later on. It's basically artificial sound that also gets pumped into the cabin, and you can turn that off. Although here the iconic sounds sound amazing. I have my BMW. We got the 360-degree camera, stellar graphics, super clear, and we can see all around the car. It also has self-park. We have the car wash view and just the regular parking cam. Now, unlike Audi's parking camera, this is a million times better. Audi's camera distorts the sides really badly, and it doesn't have this 3D view at all. We also have different drive modes. We have Sport Plus, Sport Individual, Comfort, Eco Pro. We can also set the map and different content that we want, but for the sake of the test drive, we are going to stay in the reduced mode. We can also adjust the layout to different views. I personally prefer this one. We can also adjust our heads-up display. We're gonna just keep it basic. We have a black headliner, a large sunroof, light advisor, reading lights, SOS button, a charging pad, USB cup holders, some more charging, more storage. All right, so let's do a quick wiper test, a horn test. We got, yeah, soft materials everywhere. Let's go to drive. I love the steering wheel that BMW has. It's just so thick and large. All right, let's get going. So, setting off in this M340i, the first thing that I notice is how well this car sits on the road. It's very balanced, the chassis is playful. This is so lovely. The seats are comfy, great seating position, excellent visibility all around the cabin. But let's go into sport, just for fun. Oh wow, this car just rockets off. I didn't even floor it. I did not even floor it. I went maybe like halfway on the throttle, and we still did 4.9 seconds to 60 without even full throttle. Whoa. Yeah, the cornering capabilities here are fantastic. Gotta love it. Wow. All right, but let's come here to a quick stop and do our first 0 to 60 test. All right, so 3, 2, 1, let's go. Pushes you in real hard. and 8.52 on the 1/8 mile. Ooh. Amazing. The response is just phenomenal. I do not feel any speed whatsoever. It feels like I'm just standing in one place. It really feels like a driver's car. We will do a couple more 0 to 60 tests just to see how quick she is. The handling here is 10 out of 10. This is absolutely the best handling sports sedan of this class that I've ever driven. And when we did our run back there, we trapped at 90 miles per hour. Yeah, this car can move. All right, let's come on out here and try a quick 0 to 60 again. Oh yeah. All right, let's come to a full stop. All right, 3, 2, 1, let's go. We did 4.49 seconds 0 to 60 and 4.72 0 to 100. Uphill. That was I think a little bit uphill, or about right. Whew. It actually shoves you in really hard. .57 this time. 4.57. Well, let's head on down there and do a launch control test and see what she can do. All right, so let's boost her up and do our first 0 to 60. Let's go. Ah! Oh! Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. We did a 4.08 second run. And then a 4.33 to 100 kilometers an hour. Obviously, if I kept on holding the pedal, our trap speed would be past 90. It would be like probably 91, 92. But oh my goodness. Whew. It really gave me a strong punch off the line. Like, it was scary. I got the same kick that I felt 0 to 20, like 0 to 30. I felt the same kick in the Plaid, like when it launched. It gave me the same kind of like dizzy, like buzz. Whew. So far as my impressions, I gotta say, this car is amazing. what a fun to drive, responsive, fast sedan. It's unbelievably fast. And also turning on and off the iconic sounds, it actually doesn't sound too much different right now. Like if we turn off the iconic sounds, we still hear the engine the same way. So the only thing that iconic sounds really does is just add a few of these pops. And I love that BMW is keeping these physical dials. This is a very impressive package. The comfort, the ride, the power, 10 out of 10. I'm sure if we had a better road, like a more favorable slope, and this car was broken in, I'm definitely thinking we could have done a 3.8 second 0 to 60 run on this. It's definitely capable of that. The real question here, is it worth getting the real M3? Now, I'll say this, in normal driving, if you just put the pedal to the metal, this already does 4.40 to 60, just press and go. The M3 is gonna do probably in the same range, and they're both gonna trap over 90 miles an hour on the 1/8 mile. So the question is, do you really need to go all the way to the M3 and pay another $15,000-$20,000? Unless you're trying to modify it and make it like a true drag strip race car, I'd say this is more than plenty. This will give you lots of adrenaline. And this car is just as fast off idle as an RS7 with 600 horsepower. I've gotten the same times just pressing the gas and going in the RS7. What an incredible machine. So easy to maneuver in this car. It pushes you right in. Well, thank you so much for watching, everyone. Make sure to smash that like and subscribe button. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And until next time.